Hey everybody, welcome to Hunt, Sleep, Fish. Today, Eric Ward, Chris May, Scott Leiter, and Ken Stoner take you to Yangay, Ecuador for world-class spearfishing. It's going to be a great show. Stay tuned. Are you ready for Hunt, Sleep, Fish?
Ecuador is one of the most amazing, beautiful places in the world. They have the Andes Mountains, they have 12,000 foot mountains all the way down to the Amazon jungle and rainforest and the Amazon River. Ecuador is located in South America on the Pacific Ocean, right on the equator. It's south of Colombia and north of Peru. It's the most famous with adventurers as the hopping off point for the Galapagos Islands. But one of the things that people don't know about Ecuador is that not just the Galapagos Islands, they have incredible diving and spearfishing here. The water's clear, the marine life is abundant, and they have, in addition to diving and spearfishing, Salinas, Ecuador has world-class sport fishing. Economically, the country's wealth is controlled by a relatively small number of people. I mean, you have metropolitan areas that are very wealthy and very modern. You get out in the rural areas, and you have a lot of very poor villages where they rely on fishing and agricultural for a living. They may be very poor, but they're extremely friendly. Some of the most friendly people I've ever met. And they're poor, but they take great care of you, and they're warm and hospitable, and they love to laugh. They're fantastic people. One of the things about Ecuador that is incredible is the food, the freshness of the food. Everything that's grown down here is fresh. They have fresh seafood, fresh lobsters, fresh groupers, spiny lobsters, plantains. They're kind of like starchy bananas. When we went on the dive, the seafood that we had was caught fresh that morning and cooked right on the beach over open wood-burning grills. Fresh out of the ocean, fresh on the grill, and fresh on your plate. It's an incredible experience. Couldn't have been any better. Ecuador's traditional dish is ceviche camarón, which is like a giant shrimp cocktail with tomatoes and oranges, orange juice, limes, onions. Incredible.
Today we're in Yangay, Ecuador, and we're going to go do some spearfishing. We got our guides JC, Alvaro, and Ken, and Chris, and Scott, all the whole team's here. We're going to go out and go about 25 miles offshore. Might do a little spearfishing. You guys, how's the visibility? Is it good today?
Yeah, it's supposed to be better. It's supposed to be better.
It's supposed to be better?
Yeah, we are going to catch a high tide, so it's supposed to be a good visibility.
What are we going to shoot? Grouper?
Probably we'll see amberjacks, groupers, snappers, snooks. That's the type of the fish we usually get here.
Oh, yeah? Yep. Yesterday, we got here yesterday and we're kind of checking things out. He shot a real nice grouper yesterday. You guys ready to roll? Or
yeah, let's
everything's loaded up, so let's go.
We're ready, let's get it.
Let's get out in the boat.
Here we go.
Well, we're headed out to our first waypoint, which is El Pelado Island. And we're going to go out here. It's probably 45, 50 foot deep as our first drop. Can vary, a lot of big rocks, a lot of fish swimming around those rocks, so it's going to be pretty good. Visibility's pretty good there, so hopefully we can see real far to get some good shots, you know. Alvaro's got about a 50-pound grouper there yesterday, and we got some snapper and stuff like that, but the conditions yesterday weren't right for filming, so today we're hoping we can film something. It's gonna be good. About 7 miles, so we'll be there. We're going about 7 knots, so we'll be there in about an hour. But it'll be good when we get there. Well, we just got to our first dive site, and Alvaro is loading the spear gun. This is one bad spear gun right here. That one right there, I tried to load it the other day. I couldn't do it. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's got 4 of the strongest rubber bands I've ever seen. He's the only one that can run that spear gun. But these are real good, you know, you can shoot pretty long distance. Big fish with these. I mean, you can take out, I've seen pictures of him with the, 400-pound Jewfish, 400 or 500-pound Jewfish. So I don't know if we'll see any of those out there today, but we're hoping for some groupers and stuff like that. I don't know, I guess when these guys with these type of spear guns, when you make the shot and you actually get the fish, you're gonna have we don't really have a string or anything. What they do is they go ahead and rewind the spear gun and reload it, and then they kind of have the fish that's still on the cord, and you can actually shoot more than one fish. But what we're gonna do is make a drop. I'm gonna follow them down, and we're gonna just try to get a fish, and then we'll come up, you know, and check it out, and then make another drop. We're gonna do several drops around this island right here, so it ought to be pretty good.
Remember, this is my baby.
This is your baby?
Yes.
No lose?
Baby.
No lose. Can't lose that one.
Okay. Whoa. Here we go.
Well, going down after our first fish. Eric went down with Alvaro and JC. Really good waypoint. It's pretty shallow here. We're looking at about 30 feet. It started about 30 feet and go down to like 60 feet. So they're going to work this area real quick. We're going to work an area, send a couple guys down, see if we can hit something, and then move on to another. You know, there's waypoints all around this island. So we're going to just hit different areas and get some fish.
On this dive, I teamed up with Alvaro. Alvaro is one of Ecuador's top spearfishermen. He loves to teach other divers how to spearfish. Once we got down to the bottom, which was about 50 feet, we knew that the visibility was going to be limited. We also had a strong current on this side of the island, which makes grouper fishing almost impossible. We haven't been down 2 or 3 minutes when we came across a school of steel pompano, which appeared to be one of the fastest fish in the ocean. All my experience spearfishing has been shooting freshwater fish, which seemed a lot slower. The pompano are so fast, Alvaro had to lead the fish about 5 feet before he pulled the trigger. He made an incredible shot. The pompano headed straight for the rocks. Alvaro headed down the line to retrieve the pompano and untangle the lines. The spear guns that JC and Alvaro use have about 30 feet of line, so when you shoot a big fish, you have time to react, and so the fish doesn't pull you down into the rocks. This pompano is only about 7 pounds. If this were a 50-pound grouper, Alvaro would have had to swim down the line that connects the gun to the spear. When he is able to gain some control over the fish, he would pull his knife out and stick the point just behind the eyes to kill the fish. This may sound harsh, but it's to keep the fish under control and for diver safety. A fish that size could drag or pull a diver into the rocks. Once he had the pompano under control, he gave me the thumbs up and we headed for the surface.
Fish on?
Yeah, he's got one.
All right, bring it on over. What'd you get, Alvaro?
Oh, it's on, isn't it?
Whew. There you go.
Amberjacks. Oh, what is that?
What is that? What is?
What is it? You see JC? He's got one somewhere.
Yeah. There you go. Still, one thing about these fish, you never want to stick your hand in their fingers, man. Your fingers in their mouth. They always got teeth. There we go. First fish of the day. Good job. He's going to eat good.
Well, funny thing was, we all dropped in and we were trying to get a fish on film, and Alvaro, while we were down, he went over a little bit farther, dropped down and shot a big old grouper. 2 minutes. So this goes to show you, when the camera's not rolling, that's when you get the big fish. But it was fun. Fun stuff. Ken caught one by the tail.
So I caught it because he handed it to me. He caught it with it. He was holding the camera in one hand, and I was watching the fish was swimming out in front of me. He just reached out and grabbed the fish. And then he couldn't film it, so he handed it to me. So I had it. He filmed it a little bit.
It was funny
It's an
stuff.
aquarium fish. Yeah, I think it was. Finding Nemo's big daddy or something like
Looked
that.
like Nemo, didn't
It
it?
looked like Nemo.
But we let him go unharmed.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Sandy.
All right, we're getting close to making our drop here. Coming up on our waypoint. Chris has got everything ready to go. So it'll be good. You got air, Chris?
If I don't come back, leave me.
We will. We gotta go eat dinner.
No.
Where's his mask?
Trata de dar buenas Te van a reír, vete una chela grande.
Are you ready for hunt, sleep, fish?
That's fun.
Ya que te lo termine de cargar, que no estaba cargado.
All right, you guys wait till I get the camera rolling and all that, okay?
Una sola, hijo, una sola.
Ready?
Yeah.
This dive was on a different rock crop, 300 to 400 yards off the main rock island. Depths were ranging from 30 to 100 feet. I had already seen red snapper and a large snook the day before. I had a spot in mind that was a great ambush area. To me, it was kind of like bringing an African monkey to Oklahoma and telling it to go hunt for a banana. But still, I'm extremely excited. I kept playing how this was going to happen over and over in my mind. Once JC and myself started down, I no longer had to concentrate on my pre-dive checklist, but on the spear hunt. Normally, the hard part is sneaking up on the fish when your bubbles give you away, way before you get there. However, the low visibility is an advantage to the diver. Low visibility for us meant low visibility for the fish. I was right on JC's back to try to keep one profile and also hug the rocks. There were tons of fish. They just seemed to disappear the moment you entered the water. I stayed right on JC. He looked back at me and motioned to a surgeonfish that he wanted me to take. I moved up and shot. Bam! Fish on! I just sat there amazed. What a rush. It was a surgeonfish, not a grouper or an amberjack. Who cares? I had one in the bag. I moved close only to have JC motion not to touch the fish due to the razors that are located right on the end of the tail. I grabbed the spear. You can't hear me, but I'm screaming underwater. There wasn't anyone to give any underwater high five to. I couldn't wait to surface with my first spearfish. JC pointed up, telling me to take the fish to the surface. The 30 feet of cord was everywhere. So I swam through it and made my way to the surface where the boat was waiting. The whole way up, I thought, man, this is cool. We can't do this in Oklahoma. The hunt played through my mind. I just wanted to get to another waypoint so I could get to another hunt.
That was perfect. Got one. About 40 feet down. School of about 6 or 7 of them swam by. It was perfect. Maybe a 10-yard shot right in the gizzard. But it's got spines on the back fin and I can't get close to it. Oh man, that was a lot of work. It's my first one, first spearfishing fish, and there's a bunch down there. This is exciting.
Esta linda cherna. Álvaro, se te movió bastante. Se te movió bastante.
I bet that fish looked big underwater, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 5 more seconds and I'd have grabbed the gun from you.
Nice fish.
Whew.
What is that, about 45?
Yeah, I think it's at 50, 52.
Good grouper. I'm tired.
Mata cherna.
I'm ready to get in the boat.
That's a lot of work, didn't it?
It's a ton of lot of work. Whew. A ver, si hay un gancho o con un guante. Ven, I gotta rest this. Métele el gallo. That's good stuff right there. Cuidado la varilla.
Huh?
Okay.
You can see here,
Si la paña un poquito.
this fish was shot. Where did he shoot it? Where did it come out?
Right through the,
Right here.
right through the good.
Went in here,
Left side.
Yeah.
it came out right here.
Wait. Yeah, wait, I got it.
And you can see what they do is when the fish is fighting, especially fish this size, they swim up to it, grab it, and kill it. Put it out of its misery so they can handle a big fish like this. These barbs right here will cut you right up. They're very sharp. JC, is this normal?
Oh yeah. And this, especially this on this waypoint here, is full of groupers. Yeah.
Full of groupers this size?
Yeah. Yeah. This is very usual here, especially on this spot here.
It's a lot of work, but it is a good time.
And this is very difficult to catch them. You know, they're not, they don't get that close to you. So you need to.
What do you think, guys? What do you think?
Beautiful fun.
Fun stuff. Ready? Hey, go. I'm tired. The cable.
The cable's behind
Yeah,
the back.
got it.
So you saw the whole action, right?
I was right, yeah. At one point I had the gun in my hand and it went around the corner and I can't keep up with him.
Oh, really?
He grabbed the gun and went, shoo!
He gave you the gun? Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting ready to pull the trigger on him. And I mean, he saw us and went around the corner. And I was like, he took off, he just grabbed the gun. He's way faster than I am. But I caught up with him and we could see him suspended. We just snuck up on him, boom, hammered him. And that's when he took off and he left me again.
I'm just fine. Only trees around me. I'm just fine. Only trees around me. I'm just fine with my mind. At sunrise,
Ecuador is one of the most amazing, beautiful, ecologically diverse planets in the world. Ecologically diverse planets in the world. Planets in the world. Planets in the world. Planets in the world.